Hello, I'm Richard Chandler. Thank you for considering working with me. This video overviews how to become a client either individually or with another person, such as a spouse or romantic partner. My pricing is based on your combined household income before taxes, and you'll see a chart on the website that lays out the various income categories, and you just simply pick the one that you belong to. Relational counseling is not based on a mental illness and therefore is not covered by insurance. Now, there's one exception to this. You may have an employer that has a benefit package for all employees that says you can get any kind of counseling, including marriage therapy, as part of the program. Usually those programs offer between 1 to maybe 3 or 4 sessions at no cost. Other than that, it's simply not covered by insurance because, again, it's not a mental illness. And thinking about it, many times mentally healthy people have challenges, complex challenges in their life. And meeting those challenges really is difficult, and it really helps to have counseling and therapy. Yet it doesn't mean you have a mental illness or you're being treated for a mental illness. And I didn't want to work that way. I didn't want to work with having to pretend somebody had a mental illness or diagnose them with something that really didn't apply in order to get paid. There's another downside to using insurance, and that is once you're diagnosed with a mental illness, your records will show that, really forever, because that stuff doesn't disappear. So with me, you don't need to be concerned about that. I just don't work that way. Also, it's important to know that all the sessions are done on a very high quality, HIPAA-compliant online teletherapy platform. And I've been doing it this way since March of 2020. I invested in very professional equipment, including a professional camera, lighting, and sound, so you will experience being with me in an online setting very much like if we were in an office together. The exception to that, of course, is if the internet connection is poor. So the quality of what you experience online will be similar to this video quality. In fact, it's taking place right in the very same room that I do my therapy. This is what it looks like. Sometimes clients say that my difficulty is I don't have a real private place in my home. If that's the case, you can do like so many of my clients do and just do the session from your vehicle. Another thing that's different in working with me is my appointment times are not scheduled on the hour as most therapists do. Instead, I schedule sessions 1.5 hours apart. That way you will receive a very full hour of therapy. If your session goes a little over an hour, I won't charge an additional fee if it just goes a little bit over. And my times of seeing you, I can usually get most people in the same week or the next week. I generally see people Monday through Thursday, and I start at 8:30 and finish up at 6:30. And I will also have a few blocks of time in the middle of the day, which I generally don't schedule, but I do make exceptions and do schedule 1 p.m. and 2 p.m., 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. times, and 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. times, if my regular times don't work. And you'll see that in the website. You'll see my standard times. So how does it start? It begins by registering through my practice management system called counsel.com. And the practice management system enables you to fill out your intake information and schedule and reschedule appointments on the counsel platform. It also allows you to do your teletherapy through that platform as well. And the steps are basically this. You'll click on the link that you'll find at the top of every website page, and the link says Client Portal. After clicking on that link, go to the lower right-hand side to the link called Register. Here's where you will provide your basic information and digitally sign the confidentiality and informed consent agreement. This agreement kind of lays out what you need to know about working with me, and it's similar to what you'll find with other therapists in terms of everything being confidential with some exceptions. The registration process and intake process takes most people about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. After the registration, there will be a series of intake forms. and they only take a little bit of time each. The first one takes a little longer, the one that says intake. The rest are very, very quick. After providing all the information, you can go ahead and schedule your appointment time. You'll see the appointments that I have available. There'll be a place that says schedule the session, and it will lead you to my open spots. Go ahead and pick one. If you can't find a time that works during those times, you can text me or email me and let me know some preferred times you might have during the middle of the day on weekdays, the ones where I make exceptions for. And once in a while, I'll make an exception for a Saturday morning appointment time too, or a Friday mid-morning appointment time. Also, it's important that if you're engaging in couples counseling, that your partner fill out their intake information too. You both need an intake form and both need to register to have this work. Once you've completed all your intake information, please do text me and let me know so I can look for it, and if I can help you out in some way or answer any additional questions, I'd certainly be glad to do so by text. My cell phone is a counseling cell phone that is dedicated to my practice. It's not my personal cell phone, completely confidential. So you can text me on that phone too, as well as call me on that phone. Also, it's important to know that unless you tell me where you actually fit in terms of the sliding fee scale, it will default to my full rate. And so please let me know that, perhaps by text. Just let me know, what amount you'd be paying based on the chart, and then I can adjust that once you've registered. So don't be concerned if it automatically invoices you for more than you thought you were going to pay. I can correct that, and I actually need to correct that once I know the proper amount to put in. Please also go ahead and register your credit card, and that way everything will be ready to go. So after you do the session, you can authorize payment, and then the session is paid for. By the way, in the credit card, the credit card information is processed by Card Connect. It's a major carrier for doing credit card transactions, and all that data that you put in, your credit card number, PIN numbers, and all that, it will be unknown to both counsel.com and to me. All I will have is the kind of card you have, like American Express or Visa, MasterCard, and the last 4 digits of the number. That's all I'll know. So also know that because an invoice will be automatically generated when you schedule, that it doesn't need to be paid until the time of the session. If you pay it ahead of time, it's perfectly fine, but at the end of the session, then it needs to be paid. Right before your appointment, you will log on to the counsel.com system using your username that you've put in yourself and your password, and then click on your appointment time. And that will lead you to a screen with a number of green buttons underneath it, and simply press the one that says Start Your Online Session. If you have any difficulties, let me know by text right away at the time of your appointment, or even call me if I don't respond by text right away, and I can walk you through the process. If things don't work, we can use another teletherapy platform that I have through Psychology Today. Oh, by the way, if you're doing couples counseling and the two of you are in 2 different locations, then we do need to use the Psychology Today platform, because the counsel program doesn't work with more than 1 location. So let me know if that's the case. Please know that if you have any difficulties at all with the process of registering, filling out your intake information, credit card, accessing me online, I'm here for you to help with those. You can text me first. That's usually the best method. And after that, maybe you can call. But please note, if you don't text me also, I may not see your voicemail for a while. And once in a while, for some reason in my system, voicemails get delayed. So please do text, and then I'll see things much sooner. And I really am looking forward to working with you. So please let me know how I can serve you in terms of getting everything started so we can have our first session together. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this video and watch. I'll look forward to working with you. Thanks.